Hey, Charlie, what in the world are these cardboard boxes? The movie company came on short notice and left them here.
Oh, they arrived already? That's my sister Ruby and her family stuff, so don't open it without permission.
What do you mean? Why would Ruby and her family's belongings arrive at our house?
That's because we're supposed to give that house to Ruby and her family soon. So, you'd better pack up your own stuff quickly. And make sure you get out of the house before Ruby and her family move in.
Huh? What the heck? Giving away the house? And you want me to pack up my stuff and leave? Why are you saying this all of a sudden? This is the new house I finally bought, remember?
Yes, but I've decided to give it to my sister and her husband. I told you Ruby got pregnant the other day, right? I heard that our city is offering great benefits to families raising children, so they want to live in our neighborhood.
Then why don't they just rent a house and move in on their own? Why would they want to live in our new house?
It seems that all the apartments and condos are fully occupied. A lot of young couples like them have moved in recently. There are no more rooms available in the location they want. So they tearfully begged me to let them stay at our place. How can I refuse as a brother when my little sister is in trouble?
Why would you say yes? I just bought a new house and you're just going to give it away? Are you out of your mind?
We don't have kids, so I thought it'd be okay. Besides, right after we bought the house, I was assigned to a workplace far from home, and I have to live alone. You'd be lonely living in this big house all by yourself, right?
No, I won't be lonely at all. I've been looking forward to living in this house for a long time. And then, all of a sudden, you tell me to move out and give the house to my sister-in-law and her husband? That's bullshit. Then where the hell am I supposed to live?
It's obvious, isn't it? You should come to my place of assignment.
What?
The company will pay for the apartment at my new post, so it's rent-free. And it's quite spacious, so there's no problem for a couple to live here. So let my sisters have the new place and you come here soon.
I've already told you that I can't follow you to the new place, right? If I were to follow you to your new post, I'd have to resign from my current company. But I don't want to throw away the career I've built up over the years. That's why I took the plunge and bought a house.
What's with all the career you've built up? You make less money than I do, and you don't even hold a position. There are plenty of people who could take your place at the company anyway. But you're the only one who can be my wife. That means your priority should be me, your husband. Don't you understand that yet?
Huh?
The people at my new post feel sorry for me. They said, since you don't have kids, she should have come with you. They laughed at me saying, what a cold wife you must be. You made me miserable the first day I started working here.
It's not my fault. It's their fault. It's completely inappropriate for anyone to meddle in people's personal lives.
Shut up. Just get your ass over here ASAP. We've already decided on giving the house to my sister and her husband. Above all, there is no way you're going to let your husband live alone at his new post. I'm pissed off that you get to live in a big house all by yourself.
So that's your main reason after all. You don't like the fact that your wife bought a new house when you're moving out for your job.
My sisters can live in the city of their choice, and you can come stay with me at my new place. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Well then, you better pack your bags and get ready to come over here.
I'm sorry, Ruby. I just bought this new house and I can't give it away to you guys. I'm sorry, but if you want to live in this town, you'll have to manage on your own. Huh? What are you saying now? We've already sent our belongings to move in there, you know. I'm planning to head there with my husband by the end of the week. I just heard about it a few minutes ago. All of a sudden, Charlie's telling me to give up the house and move out. It's beyond my capacity. What? Just a few minutes ago? Asking to move into a new house your brother and his wife just bought is a little impudent. I sympathize with you that it's hard to find a room, but moving into your brother and his wife's house? I don't know how you came up with that idea. Huh? Why do we have to be called impudent? You're the one who asked us to move in. How can you suddenly act like a victim and refuse us to move in? What? My husband and I both refused at first. It was a new house after all, and we felt bad. But my brother and you insisted on it, didn't you? Since you're leaving for a sudden assignment, you guys asked us to move in and manage the house. You're going to accompany my brother, right, Jane? That's why we were in such a rush to get things ready. But now you're refusing? What is this? Wait a minute. I'm not accompanying him, and I didn't even ask you to move in the first place. Huh? Let me get this straight once and for all. Ruby, did Charlie ask you to move in? Yes, he did. He asked me to move into a new house you just bought. I would never ask such a thing. That's funny. I heard that you asked Charlie to let you move in. What? He said you wanted to move to this town, but you couldn't find a suitable room. So, without consulting me, Charlie gave his permission. And I just heard about it a few minutes ago. Is that true? I'm starting to understand what's going on. I'm sorry to contact you like this, but I'll go confirm this with Charlie.
Hey, Jane. Have you told your company that you're resigning? If you told them you were going to follow your husband's transfer, they would have accepted your resignation letter right away.
I have no intention of leaving the company, and I'm not going to follow you on your transfer either. So, I know you'll miss me, but you'll have to work hard on your own.
Huh? Don't tell me you're going to stay at that home. I'm sorry, but we've already decided to give the new house to my sister and her husband. So you stop being selfish and get over here. It's common sense for a wife to follow her husband on his job transfer.
You're the one being selfish. Ruby told me what you said. Who in the world told me that Ruby and her husband came begging for help? You're the one who asked them to manage the vacant house, telling them I'd be accompanying you.
Oh, no, That
was your plan all along, wasn't it? To force me to go there. That's why you used Ruby and her family, right?
Shut up. It's your fault for not following me obediently.
Huh? Why are you snapping back at me?
I asked you several times to follow me to my new workplace, but you said you enjoy your job and that your career is important. It's your fault for making me, your husband, feel lonely.
Don't be ridiculous. If you don't want to be transferred so badly, why don't you just say so to the company?
How can I do that? What if my career gets damaged by saying something selfish like that?
You don't care a bit about my career, but your career is so important. Do you have any idea how terrible you sound?
Shut up, you fucking wife. A wife is supposed to put her family and her husband before her job. I don't care how much you complain. I'm giving this house to my sister and her husband. If you're a wife, you'll put up with whatever the husband decides.
I just filed the divorce papers.
Huh?
I can't do it anymore. I've reached my limit. I can't believe you were so domineering and incapable of considering other people's feelings. Well then, now that the divorce is final, we're done. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Hey, what are you suddenly saying? That you've submitted the divorce papers?
You didn't even bother to consult me. And just like that, you gave up our new house to Ruby and your family. Then it's okay for me to file for divorce without consulting you, isn't it?
Of course not. I may have forced you to give up the house, but how short-tempered and stupid are you to get a divorce over it? Do you think that kind of selfishness is allowed?
If your selfishness is allowed, then mine is allowed too, right? What's wrong with filing for divorce?
That's a load of crap. Besides, you can't file for divorce without permission. You're such a short-tempered idiot, not knowing what you're talking about. It's a crime to do it without your partner's permission. Divorce papers are not accepted without the signature of your spouse.
I'm sorry, but I know that much. That's why I made sure to get the divorce papers signed by you.
What?
So it was accepted right away. We're no longer husband and wife, but complete strangers.
What do you mean? My signature? I don't remember signing anything like that. Don't tell me you somehow hypnotized me into writing it.
Jane would never do such a thing. The signature in your handwriting is the one you showed my husband a while ago. I just gave it to Jane.
Huh? Is that you, Ruby?
I'm with Jane right now. We filed for divorce together.
Huh? If you're together, why aren't you stopping the divorce?
There's no need to stop her. I wish my fucking big brother gets divorced as soon as possible.
Huh?
You went out for dinner with my husband last month, didn't you? You took him out to celebrate my pregnancy. You said he couldn't go out to drink after the baby was born, so you two went out together.
So what? What's wrong with having a drink with my brother-in-law?
I don't blame you for that. My husband said he had a good time. But I heard that you gave him a big lecture at that time, telling him that he should have dignity and that he should learn from you, his brother-in-law.
Well,
I heard that your house has a signed divorce paper ready, and you always show it to Jane, strictly lecturing your wife, telling her that you can divorce her anytime you want. I heard from my husband how you bragged about what a dominant husband you are.
I told him it's a man's secret. Did he tell you everything I said?
You left the divorce papers at the pub, you know. My husband kept it, but soon after that, you got transferred. He didn't know when to give it back, so he came to me for advice. Well, it's strange for him to have your divorce papers, don't you think? Oh, I don't mind it in the least. As a brother-in-law, you wanted to show how cool you are as a husband, right? Even by lying, you wanted to act like a dominant husband. It's okay. I know.
No, it's just...
The divorce papers you went to all the trouble of preparing in a stylish manner, but forgot at the pub. I gave it to Jane. Jane seemed really happy about it.
No way! That can't be!
I was watching beside her, and you were calling Jane a fucking wife. You must be happy to be rid of your wife. Jane wanted to get divorced as soon as possible, so now you killed two birds with one stone. You guys had common interests, it seems.
Ruby, do you realize what you've done? Because of you, we're getting divorced.
Oh, did I do something wrong? In fact, do you have any idea how I feel about this whole thing? My feelings were taken advantage of by my brother for his selfish goal to get his wife out of the new house.
Oh, no, I mean,
I'm annoyed at all the trouble this has caused me. In fact, I'm rather pissed off. Because of you, Jane and I were in the red. But for this once, I'll make an exception and forgive you. You sacrificed yourself to teach us a lesson. If you try to overpower your spouse for no reason, it'll lead to a divorce. We'll do our best not to be like you. Even after we have children, we will help each other as a family. With that being said, good luck with your new job. We'll take care of this house as we promised.
what? You're going to live there even after all this?
Of course. Because you asked me to take care of the vacant house. Of course, the rent will be 0 as promised, right? Thanks for paying the mortgage instead of us.
Hey, Jane, it seems you really filed for divorce, huh? I contacted the city office and they said it's really been accepted.
That's what I told you. Once again, thank you for everything.
How could you do this to me? The city office said you can't withdraw it anymore.
I have no intention of withdrawing it.
Huh? You're not withdrawing? Don't tell me you're really going to divorce me like this. We just bought a new house, and you're divorcing me? Are you an idiot?
You gave that new house we just bought to your sister, and now what are you saying? I've already left the house with my belongings. I don't know what happens next, so you take care of everything to come.
It's the house you bought.
Of course I won't. That house is under your name. When buying it, you insisted that it be under your name only. I was to pay more than half the mortgage, and I took care of all the complicated formalities and management. But in the end, the mortgage and the title were all in your name. Now that we're divorced, I have nothing to do with it. I don't even owe you anything.
Oh no!
Good luck paying the mortgage for your beloved sister and her husband.
I can't pay it all. You know that, don't you? I took out a mortgage on that house at the very limit. I thought I could handle it because you and I were both working. But now that we're divorced, it's impossible for me to make payments on my own.
Even if it's impossible, you have to pay it. That's what a mortgage is for.
Please, Jane. Can't you start over with me? I'm sorry for being so selfish and giving up the house to my sister and her husband. I'm sorry for trying to force you to quit your job too. I just missed being away from home.
You think that's a good excuse? Because you missed your home? You're a grown man, not a child. I don't even love you anymore. I will never get back together with you.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I heard your package was sent to your current address, but I wonder if you got it.
My package? Wait, the intercom just rang. What the hell is this? The movers just showed up at my house out of the blue. They're bringing tons of cardboard boxes.
They've already arrived. Packages from your parents' house.
From my parents' house?
Apparently, Ruby already reported our divorce to your parents. It seems like your parents are upset to hear the news. They're also shocked at the reason for our divorce. They say they don't even want to see your face anymore. They sent your stuff to say you shouldn't come home because they're ashamed of you.
No way! Wait a minute. What kind of amount did they send? It won't fit in the new apartment.
Relax, it'll be fine. You said there would be enough room for a couple.
No. I'm serious. Textbooks for middle school? Bags for club activities? They sent me everything that was left at my parents' house.
Well then, good luck with your unpacking. I just moved into a new house, so things are a bit hectic for me too. Well then, good luck with your new job. Charlie rushed to rent a warehouse in the neighborhood and put all his stuff there. So now he has to pay for the rental warehouse and the mortgage for the new house Ruby and her family are living in. More than half of his salary disappears for that. Of course, his parents and Ruby's family are ignoring all of his calls, and no one is helping him out. By the way, Ruby and her family are at Charlie's new house, where they are living happily together. Ruby cheerfully said, "During this time, we've been saving up money to build a house around the time my brother comes back. While actually living in a house, it's easier to plan out the layout and the placement of electrical outlets.